Been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but
Hi guys,
I'm Adessa.
I'm Neftali, and this is just another topic podcast. And welcome to our first episode.
So our first topic is going to be the Grammys.
Yes, so Grammys happened
2 days ago.
2 days ago, yeah. And we had some subjects that we wanted to speak on. To start off, we're starting strong with this one. Beyonce and the album of the year.
She did not deserve that Grammy for the album of the year. I mean, it was cute, it was great, but she had better work
To
that
have-
deserved.
Yeah, that deserved the album of the year.
Yeah.
I know this is going to be controversial what we're saying because a lot of people are like, yes, Beyonce. And again, yes, Beyonce, first Black woman since
In the 21st century.
in the 21st century. Like the last time, I think was 20 years ago, something like that.
Over 20 years ago.
Yeah, over 20 years ago. And I think it was Lauryn Hill, which crazy. So like, congratulations, Beyonce. But it feels a lot like a here, damn, get your album of the year.
Especially after what Jay-Z did last year.
Yeah. Because yes, Jay-Z was like, okay, we don't need it anymore. We know we're not gonna get it because blah 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 blah. And it's like, I wish she got it this year for better work than Cowboy Carter. Because let's be honest, Cowboy Carter was not the most like, we know Beehive was behind Cowboy Carter, but it feels like it wasn't as big as, like, let's say Renaissance.
Renaissance was big. It was everywhere. Renaissance, I've heard every single songs in like boutiques, and when you go to cafes, they would play Renaissance everywhere. But Kawhi Carter, I've only heard it on TikTok.
Yeah, and it feels like, honestly, I understand that she broke through the country genre, that she made achievements. Let's be honest, she made achievements, but it still feels like a shut up award. And especially when you compare a lot of the albums that were against it this year. I mean, I'm not saying, I know people were saying like TTPD from Taylor Swift should have won, which I am not of this opinion either.
Some say Billie Eilish.
Honestly, I think I would have given it to Billie Eilish over Cowboy Carter. Because I feel like Birds of a Feather and Hit Me Harder Soft were bigger than Cowboy Carter. But I guess congratulations, Beyonce. I don't want to take away the award from her. I just feel like it wasn't as deserved as as other years where she absolutely should have won compared to who won in those years. And I hope people don't crucify us for saying this.
But I feel like this is a popular opinion this year.
I've seen a lot of people talk about it, but I feel like as Black women, us saying this is different.
Yeah.
Because we should be on the side of Beyonce and supporting her, and I want to do that, but I can't, in good conscience, do that on something I don't think is as worth of the award and the prestige that it's been given.
Yeah, so I do agree with you. But it was cute seeing Blue Ivy like with her on stage. It seems like a proud, like the mom shares a proud moment with her daughter. And Blue Ivy, she was gorgeous.
She really was.
She was gorgeous, really.
I mean, a lot of people were gorgeous during this during the awards.
Yeah. And she did her first interview in like 10 years.
Beyonce?
Yeah, after she went, after the Grammys, there was like a journalist, and like she went and talked in her interview.
Yeah, I think Beyonce was like, okay, now that I won a Grammy, let's at least give them some crumbs because Girlie doesn't give us anything.
Some crumbs.
Nothing. She doesn't give us nothing. She said,
Yeah.
"Y'all pushed me away, and I'm gonna stay away." Her and Rihanna are both really good at giving us nothing. Okay,
But
in
Rihanna
different
is giving
sense.
us fancy.
Hmm?
She's giving us fancy.
Yes, no, but what I mean is like we want things, and they're like, "I'm gonna give you everything but that thing."
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of gorgeous people, the outfits. Some people, I'm just like, were amazing. Some people, I'm like, you could have stayed home.
Yeah.
One that could have stayed home. I know. Wait, before I go with the people that could have stayed home. I know that some people didn't go all out because of the fires in California. So I think some people are saying that they were told to not go all out on the red carpet because
It would piss people off.
yeah, it would seem like they're not in touch with reality. But some people didn't get the memo of not going all out. So the people that didn't go all out just look a little. You look out of place. You could have stayed home at that point.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is Casey Musgrave.
Let me go ahead and
Mm-hmm.
look, Casey, because I didn't watch the whole. How do you write Casey?
Kacey, if I'm not mistaken.
Kacee.
EY. Girlie wore a tank top.
That is just plainly ugly. Oh, that's the country singer.
Yes, she's a
that
country
got
singer.
pulled last year.
Yes, she is.
That's
and
her.
and Girlie wore a tank top. I mean, I know go understated, but like there's understated, and I'm just here to be here. Like it's a tank top. You could have done something a little more. The skirt I really like, but not with the tank top.
If it was a dress. A full dress would have been perfect.
Yeah, a full dress like the skirt would have been not all too much, but just enough.
It would have been red carpet still.
Yes.
This
Now
is like I'm here by mistake. I got invited like last minute.
I got invited last minute. I was going to go shopping.
Yep.
It's not it. People that were great though. Cardi B.
I loved Cardi B's look.
I really loved it. See, this is the dress that Casey Musgrave should have had.
Right.
Because if you compare, like both of them were,
look alike.
it looks kind of something that could have been done to get at the same time. Except one was cut short. Like they did the skirt, they didn't get to the top. Okay, and if you look at Cardi B, I mean, they don't look alike, but like the feathers at the bottom of Cardi B's dress make me think
it's in the same basket.
Yes,
it's in the same basket.
So it made me think of like I see the resemblance with Casey Musgrave's skirt, and but Cardi went full glam with it, and the dress is so pretty. It's so pretty. I know some people didn't like the feathers.
I think it added something to the dress.
Yeah, because the print honestly it made me think of an animal print. But I love that the animal that it's like the dress is two separate animals that you wouldn't mix together, but it actually makes a cohesion that I wasn't expecting.
This is what is called fashion.
Yes. And another fashion moment, Sabrina Carpenter.
Yes, once again.
Our girl said, I'm representing the past. Okay? And she did it with grace. She did it beautifully. Again, feathers. I need all of y'all to keep adding feathers. Yeah, no, but the dress is so pretty.
Yes, I love especially the necklace that went
to the back. Yes, that was an homage. I don't remember what her name was, but it was it an actress? Something.
Yes, it was. I sent it you to the nanny.
It wasn't the nanny. That was the interview dress that she did. There was an interview in the middle of the Grammys. That dress too was cute, but it really was just the nanny's dress. Which her VMA's dress was also a replica of the nanny's dress, which the nanny's dress was a replica of was it Marilyn Monroe?
I think
his dress.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was Marilyn Monroe. So the people were saying the dress is giving Cinderella. She could be the next Cinderella. And I was going to say yes. I'm saying let's leave Cinderella the way it is and make a Bratz movie. Okay?
With Sabrina Carpenter.
With Sabrina Carpenter
As
as a Bratz,
Chloe.
as a Chloe.
I see it.
But to go back to the dresses, really like the feathers. I would say I think the feathers that are around her waist could have been a little more. I understand that the point was more so elegance and less extravagance. Although with a diamond that expensive, I don't know where you don't say extravagant, but yeah, but still it was very pretty. I love the hair that she had. She manages to always have her hair look like somebody from the past. I love that. I love that she found this style. I'm wondering if it's just gonna be this era though.
We're gonna see.
We're gonna see. Like, is it gonna be going throughout her eras, or is it for this era and then her look is gonna change? A la Lady Gaga. Which, did you see the song she dropped during the Grammys? Go listen to it when we're done. I listened to it and I was like, oh, we're back. We're back. Pop is back. Okay? Come. Like when we were kids.
I was a huge Lady Gaga fan as a child.
I wasn't even a Lady Gaga fan when I was a child.
I remember Poker Face, every single song she was coming out with. I was like chiming to Lady Gaga.
I was not a Lady Gaga fan, but I saw this and I was like, yes, mother. I gotta use the word. I don't use the word mother often, but I was like, oh, we're back. Music is coming back, people. Okay. We had a slump. To me, we had a slump. Lady Gaga said, let's get out. Let's dance. Let's do this thing. Yep. And is there any looks that you liked other than those?
I didn't see everybody. But because I saw some, but I didn't like, usually I would go look type people, but I didn't, surprisingly. But one person that I saw that jumped on my feed was Halle Bailey, but it was a basic black dress.
There was a few basic black dress, but I still love them not because they were black, but because of the design. If you look at black dress, 3 that I remember are Raye. Raye's dress was very much giving carpet gala. It was very. I like the ruching on this. Is it called ruching? The pleats on the side. It's like it was a different texture at the top than at the bottom. Yeah, you can go look it up. I really liked her dress. Although it was very much like a normal dress. It's not really.
Oh, it's pretty.
Yeah, it's pretty, but it's not like out there. The other black dress was Miley Cyrus. I think you saw her.
I saw
Miley Cyrus. It's pretty. It's simple, but simple can also be good because of the cuts. You know that video. If your outfit is not interesting because of the color, have it interesting because of texture. If it's not interesting because of texture, have it interesting because of shape. If it's not interesting because of shape, have it interesting because of color. So hers was not interesting because of color or texture. It was interesting because of the shape. Same thing for Olivia Rodrigo's dress. It was a very simple black dress, but the shape, the way it was cut, really liked it. Another dress that I really liked, Chappell Roan.
She surprised me.
I think she's going to surprise us every time she's on a red carpet.
Yeah.
She does something. She's not going to come out like everybody else. And I am here for it. Every time, at least you can look up to her for a carpet. Everybody's, when you look at carpets, some people are going to, Casey, in this case, I'm sorry to harp on her, but like really. But some people are gonna disappoint you. I feel like Chappell will never. You might not like it, but it won't be the same. Average.
It's a,
I really did like it this time.
me, I was like neutral.
You were neutral. Yeah, I don't think. But the thing is, her, like I said, her style is not for everyone. So you might not like
It's
it.
not. It's not for me. I can recognize when I see like something unique and different when it's well done. I can recognize that, but it's just not for me.
Yeah, I get that completely.
But talking about Chaperone, have you seen how like they cut their interview with Babyface?
Yes, I seen it. I know they posted an apology, which I did not see yet. But honestly, it felt before we go to see the apology, it was disrespectful.
Apparently, this is not the first time that has happened in the Grammys. That happened to Janelle Monáe when Kendall Jenner at the Grammys again was invited for some reason, and then I think the interviewer was talking to her and someone else that came touched the hand of the interviewer saying like, okay, like Kendall Jenner is here, let's move on. And then Janelle Monáe was like, oh, there's someone more important, okay, and then she left.
I don't understand. Like, I know you want to scoop. I know you want to be the one to interview that person because it's gonna bring views to your channel. You don't think that the person that is on your channel that you're interviewing right now is gonna be good enough for your channel. But then why start?
Yeah.
Because I get that you started because you might think, oh, I won't have anybody else. Let's at least have this person. But like, if you're with that person in front of you, stay with that person in front of you. You missed out. You're on your chance. You just missed out on your chance. This is so disrespectful. Like, I don't know Babyface,
but I would not do that.
No, like, I don't have to know that you're famous for me, or that you're somebody that did like contributed to music so much to be decent.
Yeah. So disrespectful.
I saw the video of them calling Chapel, and I couldn't even finish. I think I was looking at Asante's TikTok on it, and I kind of skipped. I was like, no.
You don't do that.
It's really, there's no other word than disrespectful.
Yeah, that was such a rookie mistake. Like
rude,
big, rude rookie mistake.
And are they even rookies? Let's go see the apology. So we went and watched the apology, and
I don't think that was a sincere apology.
Honestly, I think it's just she saw what people were saying on the moment, and she was like, "Oh, let me do damage control," because she, for those that didn't see it, because I don't think we're gonna include the clip of us watching the thing. For those that didn't see, basically she said, "I'm sorry for interrupting Babyface. I saw Chaperone, and there's a lot of commotions on these red carpets. So that's why he got interrupted, and but I'm a big baby face and I want to apologize." And it's like, yes, there is a lot of commotion, but it's not like Chapel pushed Babyface out the way. You saw Chapel and was like, what you're saying right now, Babyface, is not important enough. So let's go ask Chapel, because she seems more interesting than you.
Yeah.
It's basically what happened. And it's bullshit that you're now saying I'm a big Babyface fan. As a fan of Babyface, you don't disrespect him.
As a person, you don't.
As a person, but if you're a fan, you don't disrespect the person that you're a fan of.
But he did nothing.
He did nothing.
I'm pretty sure you went to him to interview him.
Yeah. Like, he did not ask for you to interview him.
Exactly.
Like, you got to him. You were like, oh, Babyface, let's do an interview. You started the interview. You saw somebody else that you thought was going to be bigger, that you wanted as a story. And the thing is, I don't know if people are dragging both the interviewer, because the second girl,
she looked embarrassed.
She was like, I'm so sorry, Babyface, because at that point, Sir was already disrespected. Sir, Babyface was getting out of here. It was like, I'm not gonna beg.
I thought she was gonna cry. The second journalist. She's like, I'm so sorry, and she looked on
Well,
the floor like.
I don't know. I didn't really see her. Like I just.
No, I watched her because.
But she was like, "I'm so sorry, Babyface," and then she took the mic because Babyface was like, "Oh, you want to go over there? You can go over there." And he was like, "I'm not gonna beg. I'm not gonna beg." And I think even if the other journalist was like, "Oh no, you can finish first," he would have just went, which I would have done. I would have been like, "You want to go over there? Go over there. Cool. I'm gonna move on."
But personally, if I was the second journalist, I would have said, "You go to chaperone. I'm gonna finish."
I don't think you can do that because of the camera.
Well, you can do what she did in front of it.
No, you can't do what she did. But what I'm saying is, as the second journalist, how do you salvage the situation? Because even if you try to keep Babyface, he probably already feels disrespected, and he's not gonna say because he knows that technically you don't want him, even if you're not the one that did that. And then second, like if it's not salvage Babyface, you can't just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna stay with you, Babyface," and she can go, because I don't think you have more than one camera.
Probably.
Like it's like interview and like a camera crew. I don't know. I don't know how the red carpet works. If you have more than one camera, she could have done that. But then again, would Babyface want to? Because I know I wouldn't. I'm just like, oh, okay, so y'all rude. I'm gonna go.
For the second girl, she's probably gonna pay for it.
She's gonna pay for it because she didn't. I mean, she didn't even try. I think the thing is, she didn't try.
She could have intervened, say, no, we're gonna finish this interview and then we're gonna go to.
Yeah, she could have. I think it's just she didn't want. It's, you know, when you're, the thing that we're always saying in relationships, don't disagree with that person in front of everyone. So you're just like, I know you're doing something bad, but I can't just be like, you're wrong.
Yeah.
And like, let me just stay silent.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna speak behind closed door. Which I think that's, I don't know if they had a break in between before the girl apologized, but I think she probably just, she probably was like, let me just shut up.
Yeah,
it's her best solution at that point.
That was bad.
Yeah, very rude.
Anyways, moving on to another happier topic. Sabrina and Olivia hugging.
Yes. Oh my God, I am so happy. Like I think I was screaming the whole way through me looking at the clips, because there's a picture that is going around of Sabrina and Olivia talking. And it's really a clear picture, but the thing is, this picture is edited. It's Sabrina talking with somebody else and Olivia is speaking with somebody else. I don't remember who is who. But I'm looking at the cameraman being like, so none of y'all took a picture of Sabrina and Olivia together. None. Like, it had to be people trying to follow Taylor Swift, because the videos of the hug and Sabrina and Olivia talking is just somebody taking a video of Taylor Swift and they're in the background of Taylor Swift.
That is great.
That's so great, because
that ends a book. Not even chapter.
That ends a book, but it's also, I don't think they ever, honestly, from my own opinion, I don't think they ever had beef. They weren't friends, but I don't think they ever had beef.
Isn't Olivia the one that changed her lyrics to match?
It is said so, but the rumor is like, but the thing is, I think she explained that her producer told her to change it because it sounded better in the song. I think that's what it is. The explanation is, but people are like, "Girl, brunette would have worked." I don't know. I'm not
her
gonna.
Her producer probably is messy.
But honestly, it's like, all of this started because of the blonde line, and Olivia's fans came for Sabrina. And then we were in the trenches. Carpenters were in the trenches during those years. And then Sabrina came out with Because I Like the Boy, which didn't make as much of a splash as Driver's License, obviously. So a lot of people still don't know Because I Like the Boy, Sabrina's side. I think, and even if Sabrina is huge now, people are not really going backwards. like people are listening to Short and Sweet, Espresso, and all that. There's very few, at least not on YouTube, that I've seen that are going back to see Emails I Can Send.
It's in the past now.
It's in the past, but I really like the hugging, not for Sabrina and Olivia, but for the fans. So that fans from both, because I am a Carpenter first and foremost, but I do like Olivia and I do like her songs. I'm not as much of a fan of Olivia's songs as I am of Sabrina, but it's because I've been following Sabrina since Can't Blame a Girl for Trying. But I still like both of them. So I'm just happy that now as fans, we can lay it to rest and be like, okay, they're okay. They've moved on. Like Sabrina has moved on with other people. Olivia has moved on with other people. Honestly, I think the guy that Olivia is with right now, their relationship is giving me the same relationship that Millie Bobby Brown and her husband have. Like I see them staying together for a long time. So I'm just glad that we can be over this feud. Let's put it to rest.
What did you think of her performance, Sabrina?
Loved it. I still don't understand how people don't understand the satire and the comedic tone at the beginning, but I loved the outfits. She had two. The first one was the suit.
Yeah, and her
it's
cute,
so cute.
like bodysuit, whatever.
Baby doll suit. I don't know if it's baby doll. It's bodysuit, the crystals, the necklace, and then the shawl.
The color matched her so well.
It's so pretty. Baby blue is really her color. I didn't realize that it was the same color as her carpet. Look, it's so pretty on her. I understand the Cinderella reference because it works so well on her. I love that she has taken the persona of being funny. Because she is effortlessly, I don't know if it takes efforts for her, but she is effortlessly funny to me. I like the jokes that she makes. Even if people say that it's too much sexual jokes, I'm here for it. I'm not a sexual person.
Sexual jokes, I don't know. I mean, it's not vulgar. It's not like no. There's sexual jokes and then there's sexual jokes. I don't just like.
I understand what she does. A lot of her sexual jokes are more so innuendos and not just straight up have sex.
Exactly.
So I absolutely love the joke, because honestly, it's so clever of making a joke of there's a mistake, because now if you make a mistake, people don't know if it's a joke or not.
Yeah.
So I loved the suit. I loved the people are saying it's a reference to Beyoncé. Somebody's getting fired, and even
this is where it is from. Somebody's getting fired.
Yeah, so I love the tap dancing. I don't know if she actually was tap dancing.
No, she was not. She was not. She definitely wasn't.
Because I'm looking at her feet. I think the dancers were,
but her feet were not matching.
She was on some steps, so I'm crazy.
Steps, but if you
but honestly, I don't think her steps would be all of the sounds. You know. So I'm thinking maybe the I don't know if it was incorporated in the music or the steps that we heard were the dancers, and she tried to keep up but didn't keep up for everything. Yeah. You know, might have been. I don't know.
Another good performance was Doechii.
Loved Doechii's performance.
Yeah.
The Niall
she came last year with her album and her performances. She was
third Black woman to win rap album of the year. Go off Doechii. I'm side-eyeing new Grammys for Nicki Minaj, but that's okay. Other than that, I love Doechii's performance. Honestly, the Niall is a river. Took a minute to grow on me. Like, I really liked the beginning, and then towards the ending, I was like, I'm not sure I like this song. But after watching performances of that song, I do like it. It's gonna go on my playlist right after we finish this. I forgot to add it before. It's gonna go on my playlist right after. I love that it was all dark-skinned Black people. All of them had cornrows. all of them were wearing clothes, and it wasn't like you get a guy gets a pants, a woman gets, you get what you get. You get what you get. The outfits, loved it. As another, I don't remember the name of the channel, another YouTuber reviewing the Grammys said it was giving boarding school, and it was giving, if I get there, I'm not gonna fit in because these people are talented, and I'm over here just looking like, ooh, ooh. Yeah, loved her performance. And another performance that was amazing, Raye's performance. I loved Raye's performance. That high note was highly high key, one of the best high notes.
Mhm.
She is a beast when it comes to singing. Like that high note, I know you didn't see it, go see it, watch it after. That high note was majestic, but it's just not just the high note, it's the whole performance, because she does it with like a choir and like a live orchestra, and it gives so much chills. Like I have that song for a moment. I had that song on repeat on my phone, but it's not giving me the same feeling. We all know that live performances is never giving the same feeling as a recording. On hers, it is so much more different because of the orchestra. It feels so much more grand, and I wish, like, there's not a lot of artists that I want to go see live. She is one of them because of the way she performs her songs, the way she puts her soul into these songs. So yeah, I think those are the performances I wanted to talk about. So last topic on the Grammys,
Kendrick winning his awards.
a diss track winning. And Grammys basically said, slapped Drake in the face. 5 times. Mr. has been suing Kendrick and the label for that song. And Grammys said, you know what? Let's add insult to injury.
Yeah.
Let's add insult to injury. Nominated a bunch. I don't know how many times that song was nominated.
I don't know neither, but
and
Taylor
5 times.
Swift dancing
Taylor Swift
so hard.
Well, she was dancing for a lot of things, and people were getting on her case. Like I've seen the comments people have been making online, and they're basically saying she's like a pick me. She wants attention. I mean, she didn't get a Grammy, so now she wants attention, and it's like she was
having fun at the Grammys. You are not invited to the Grammys. Like, calm down.
Like, why can't she just have fun? Just because she's a celebrity, she has to say. Honestly, some of these celebrities needed to learn from her to be up. It's time. You basically have a concert. Y'all as celebrities are going to concerts, paying for it, and now you have all of these artists. Not one artist, one concert. It's like a regroupment of all these artists singing and performing in front of you, and y'all are sitting there.
Yeah, that's
blank face.
Crazy.
I would be Taylor Swift in that situation.
Yes, I would.
I'm having my own private concert. I'm dancing.
Exactly. This is wild. People getting on her case just for that.
Yeah, but loved her raising her glass at Not Like Us. Loved it for Kendrick. I wouldn't say I would put Not Like Us as record of the year. To me, it would be Espresso, because that thing was. I mean, I'm okay with Kendrick getting a record of the year, but I would say Espresso to me feels like it would get it more, because that thing was everywhere. Okay. You can't go to the mall without hearing it 4 times.
I think it depends where you're from as well. Because we're not going to lie, we are in a pretty white space. I think in the US, if you go in like more black space, Not Like Us would play more than Espresso. I think it's really a question of where you are.
Where you are, yeah. Because
Because I don't see Espresso playing like Atlanta Mall.
I don't know, because after
Okay.
that you have to count the rest of other places other than the US.
Outside? Well, well, Grammys is based on US, no?
It's a board meeting. It's a board.
Board. Because I know you have international board, but I don't know. I think it's pretty US based, the Grammys.
Maybe.
Because if it wasn't, there's so many more artists that get
It's 30. That's because it's not voted by the US people. It's a board of 1,300 people.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's 1,300. They said. So 1,300.
So it would be, I don't know.
And if you remember, I mean, this year they said they diversified the board. We don't have any proof of that, but they said they diversified the board. So it might be more so because the board is more diverse this time.
No, but it's streamed in the US. It's the streaming in
They're
the
not
US.
counting the streaming. They said it.
No, but the sales in the US.
They're not counting the sales either.
But how?
It's a board voting. 1,300.
It's a board
It's a
voting?
board of 1,300 people who voted. It's not based on sales or stream.
Ooh.
That's what I'm saying, which is why I'm like, I'm surprised that it's not like us that won Record of the Year.
Oh, okay.
Because before, it definitely wouldn't have been Not Like Us. Had it been last year. But they said this year that they diversified it.
Okay, that's probably why it won.
Yeah. And that's why it's probably why Carter won again. I'm saying, like, I feel like if we're putting Not Like Us and Espresso, I feel like people would say Espresso is more of a Record of the Year compared to Not Like Us.
I don't know.
Well,
Yeah,
that's my feeling.
I think it's 50-50.
If we look at the population of US, I think it would be 50.
It would be 50-50.
But for the Grammys, I would have said Espresso.
Probably.
I'm okay with Not Like Us winning, by the way. I don't mind. I'm just like, I thought it would have been Espresso. Song of the Year, I agree with Not Like Us.
That was a great song. A great diss track.
It is. It was. Yeah. It still is.
It will forever be a great diss track.
Have I ever heard the song as a whole?
I did not want.
I tried to listen to Kendrick's album. I got into a few songs and then I was like, okay, it's not for me.
Yeah, same. But Not Like Us, I had to listen to it fully because of TikTok. Like I would hear it everywhere, every day. And so I just went and listened to the whole song. It's not on my playlist, but I like it, you know. I wouldn't go to the club and be like, oh my god, Not Like Us again. I would dance to it. I would actually enjoy it.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what the drama is gonna be after that. Like what Drake is gonna do.
That man can do. He needs to take his money, buy himself an island, and go touch some grass and think a little bit because that man is weird. He needs a reality touch. He needs a reality slap.
He does. I mean, I don't know who gave him like the idea of going to sue. I don't know what it's gonna do for him.
That's like a little child. He's like a little child crying. Yeah. Like you're just mad because his diss track was better than yours.
I don't know what diss track he got out. I know like people have explained the feud. I understand the feud. I don't know any of Drake's song about this feud.
Like it went on my free page for like a day. I was like, oh, not yours. Like, no, thank you, Drake. I don't like this.
Yeah, but I think he's gonna make. I'm curious to see what his response is gonna be because a lot of people are like, "Yo, this is a slap to the face of Drake." I'm curious what he's gonna do because you already sued the man. What you're gonna do now? Get out a new diss track? All your diss track has never went to the level.
I think it's over. There's nothing he can.
It's not gonna be over. This man is not gonna let it go, which is what I'm saying.
He's not gonna let it go, but that's him. But the beef whatsoever is
no.
over.
Everybody is clear. Everybody is clear that Kendrick won.
Yes.
Everybody is clear on that. It's just this man doesn't want to accept that Kendrick is gone. So I'm curious what drama is gonna unfold after that.
Yeah.
Anyways, speaking of drama, let's talk about something that Hadas has been going on about for a minute now. Young, famous, and African.
Well, yes, Young, famous, and African, but especially to Baba announcing to the world that he's divorcing Annie.
Not even to her face.
On Instagram. Like, this is crazy. But apparently they have been separated for like a while.
But it's still crazy. It's like breaking up over text, but worse.
I don't know why she's looking at me. I don't know.
But like, no, honestly, it's actually like anytime somebody blindsides people, because not to bring something that doesn't have to do with it, but if you Song Hye Kyo, which is, I think that's how you say her name. Sorry if it's not how it is said. The main actress for The Glory.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband, she learned she was getting divorced through the same way.
Yeah.
Through, like, I think it was like media. 5 years ago. Through the media. She learned that through the media. Sir filed for divorce and then announced it on social media, and she was like, what?
Yeah.
So like learning your personal business, something as personal and as like hurting as a divorce through social media, like the person didn't even have the decency of warning you.
Social media, this is crazy.
Another situation that pops up to me is Khloe Kardashian. I don't want to get into the Kardashian stories, but Khloe Kardashian learning about the baby mama of, what's his name now?
Tristan.
This man, yeah, Tristan. After getting pregnant. That's another thing. Like, but like learning anything through social media instead of the person, through the mouth of the person that did it, is awful.
Yeah.
It's a villain thing to do. You're a villain, okay? Because why would I learn anything about my life through social media? And then there's a whole lot of backstory. I don't know it. She knows it.
Well, we can talk about Young, famous, and African first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So talking about Annie, I do not like Annie in Young, famous, and African because she is so insecure about her husband to Baba. And I remember in the first season when, like, you know, she was jumping around like a child, showing her new friends to her husband. And then Tubaba was like, oh, who's that? That I recognize her, like, and it was Zari, for those who watches. And Annie, like, made a whole drama about that, as if Zari made it like her special moment, like, oh, he recognized me. That woman was sitting here in her jacket. She didn't give a fuck about this man. Okay, it's him that recognized her, and then she was like, oh yeah, we worked on your project, whatever. And then Annie, being the insecure that she is, turned around and was like, how do you know my husband? And then she turned the whole cast against Zari as if like it was her fault. How come your husband did not tell you, yes, I'm gonna be on a show with a woman that I met prior?
Like, I mean, honestly, Baba doesn't care.
He does not care. He's not like, but Annie, I don't like her. I think she's insecure, but she projects on everyone.
She's insecure and she does not like to take accountability.
No, she does not. And what she did I do believe that she talked about Swanky in that phone call, because I remember in the second season, if I remember correctly, she was like almost running away from the situation. She did not want to talk about that situation with Swanky. And she never, as a matter of fact, she never denied. Like, I don't remember her like that saying, I've never said the words on the phone with whoever.
I think she did. Didn't she?
She apologized. She apologized in the second season, but I don't remember her denying.
Maybe she, honestly, apologizing is enough.
It is enough.
Well, her apology was not enough, but what I mean is, if you're
guilty,
to say you're guilty, because if no, you know what? Because sometimes depends on what the apology is, because you could do an apology. So sorry, I made you feel that way. It's more of a I made you it like you felt something, I did something, and you felt something that wasn't my intention. So I'm sorry, I made you feel that way.
Yeah.
But I don't remember her apology. I don't remember the situation, because most of what I know from Young, Famous, and African is through reviews of the shows and clips of the shows in said reviews from Queenie's channel. So she's watched the thing.
I don't like her ever since season 1. Like I can't no. Like
But even as you don't like somebody, because I'm not particularly fond of Hani. Like she's on the side of the characters. The people that I don't really like in that show. But even as you don't, if I don't really like her, I can empathize and be like, what she's living through right now is wrong.
yeah, it is wrong.
Especially since you knowing how this relationship started and how long they've been together and what she's been through, it's still like it's I can't feel good about what's happening to her. I can't be like, well, you deserve it, because nobody deserves that.
No, not that. But what she did to Swanky, I think that was not cool.
Mm-mm.
It was not. And then she is the one that kept bringing it back in the 3rd season.
Mm-hmm.
Like, girl, let it go. You apologize. Even someone said, who is it? Was it like someone said like, you apologize. Why are you still talking about that this voice note?
Yeah, like y'all are not friends anymore. Y'all not friends. Like I don't think they're friends.
No, it's not like before.
Yeah, so y'all are cool. Let's keep it cool. Let's move on. You apologize. He accepted the apology. Did he?
Yeah, he did.
He accepted the apology. Y'all might not be the best of friends anymore. Let's move on. Let's stop bringing back the past, because now you're bringing back the past and it looks bad on you.
Yeah, and I feel like Tubaba is evil for choosing the time that he announced it, because the moment that he said that he announced to the world that he was getting a divorce was the moment when everybody was making fun of her because of her
tics. Her tics during the show.
Her tics. Yeah, so I think this one is evil as well for doing that.
You're a villain. Yes, you're a villain. There's nothing else. There's no better way to. You're a villain. You're trying to be the villain of the story, because who does that? The girl is getting dragged.
4 babies on her with 2 different women.
The girl is getting dragged to hell. She looks stupid to the world, okay? Right now. Especially since she's staying with your ass after you had 4 babies on her ass. And now, while she's getting dragged because of a new season.
This is not the only thing that he did to impress her. In the 2nd season, he said a man is wired to have sex and just leave.
That speech, I swear to you, when I saw the clip of that speech, I was like, there's no way. And then she's sitting here right beside him, and I'm like, you gonna pick that?
Oh my God. He said that after having 4 child with 2 different women before her.
While he was with her.
No, before he
having a child with her, but he was still with her. So crazy work. And then now, what pisses me off more with what happened now is he made the announcement. She said somebody came back on the account, probably her, being like, "Yeah, it's not true."
He got
and then he came back with a video.
I was not.
He didn't even let it simmer down. He didn't let like a day pass. Sir went back right when the statement was made. He was like, "No, I said what I said."
This is terrible. This is horrible. And apparently there's a voice note that was brought back from 2021 when he lied to Annie and said, "I'm going to a photo shoot." That man took a flight to America to go see his baby mom, one of his 2 baby moms that lives in the US. And then his manager and his cousin was all in it. This is, I don't know.
Like families that get in, like families and friends that enable cheating. You are as trash as the person doing the cheating.
You're as guilty.
This is, I keep bringing things from other reality TV and other situations, but I got to, because I'm flabbergasted every time this happens. This is giving me the same thing in Love Island, USA. I don't remember which season Justine was. Was it Justine? I think it was Justine. It wasn't one of the black girls. She was with a man, okay? For the whole season, they got together. He was like, oh, we're gonna be together at the end of the show. Nah, 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 nah. They won. He went back to his family. Communication was trash. And then we learned after, this man had a girlfriend the whole time. And not only did he have a girlfriend the whole time, his family that came on the show, that supported the relationship he had with the Justine, knowing full well he had a girlfriend at home. They played as if he was single the whole time. The family knew they were acquainted with the girlfriend. They liked the girlfriend. So this man did that to get the money.
This is terrible. This is horrible, terrible.
I can't for the life of me think of anyone that is close to a cheater and helping him cheat as a good person.
No, I can't.
You're not a good person to me.
No.
I don't care how much you take care of your niece, how much you're good for your kid. You're trash.
Automatically to me.
I don't care that you're not a cheater in your own relationship. You're a trash, and you're a cheater to me too.
Yes, because you could do it.
You
just don't have the opportunity.
You either don't have the opportunity, or you're like, oh, it's too tiring. You're lazy enough to not do it. But I don't believe that you're a good person.
No, you're not.
Because you can't be a good person and see a cheater and help him in his endeavor to cheat.
This is horrible. This is terrible, horrible.
Yep. So this was, I think I don't have anything more to say about Subaba other than he's a villain.
He's terrible, but Annie, there's so many times she should have left.
She should have left, but
and
considering
you can see, I know the mentality back, back home.
Yeah, because she's older. So considering when she grew up,
I'm not surprised that she stayed that long.
Yeah, because if I look at people around me in my life, adults, older generation, because we're adults,
to like take bullshit like to no ends.
Yes, like the way I've seen relationship where I like, why are you still here?
Yes, same.
There's no way you tell me that you're happy. But no,
this is
you have
marriage.
To tough it out.
No,
and
get on your knees and pray.
And the thing is, they're telling us to do the same thing, and I'm like, there's no way.
No.
So
this is not marriage.
No, and then they're teaching us to.
They are trying to teach us, but we reject
to do the same thing. Because I had a friend where she had a relationship, and she realized that was a relationship that her parents were having, and she was like, no, I don't want that. And I understand that completely. That's a great thing that she was able to see that this is not a relationship that works for it. Works for y'all. We're not going to speak on what works for y'all, but it's not going to work for me. And I, as a person, I will say I don't want the relationship my mom had.
I don't want the relationship my mom had. Definitely ended up raising 2 kids alone. I love you,
She
Mom,
ended up she didn't even end up raising me alone, but she might as well have. She might as well have ended up raising me alone. And I honestly, I think it would have been better. And I don't want to be in that type of relationship. So I'm taking different steps than her. I don't know where it's gonna lead me, but honestly, it's crazy to me to that, like, and it's not even just like how they were raised. It is how they were raised when they were raised, but it's how they were raised. If you were raised religious, crazy word. I was raised religious, and the thing is, the Bible is saying you can't divorce for anything except if he cheats. And I said, watch me do it if he does any other thing that doesn't work out for me.
Yes,
I am not afraid of going against the Bible.
I'm not either.
Like, it's not, to me, Bible is a guideline. Yes, it is rules, and there's some things that you don't shouldn't trust, but there's some things that won't work for me. And I'm saying this now. If I have to, I don't want to go down. I don't want to go down. I prefer to go up, but I won't sacrifice myself to go up.
No, exactly. I think this is such a bad thing. Not divorcing only for cheating, but what about beating?
Mm-hmm.
Emotional abuse,
Yeah.
verbal abuse. A man that don't know how to keep up with his money, that spends all of their money. A man that has an addiction.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that wouldn't work out, but we are taught to stay. Older generation was taught to stay, and Annie was taught to stay, and
Unfortunately,
she stayed. And I believe that if Tubaba didn't do the announcement, and if he retracts his,
he won't retract.
I'm saying if he retracts his statement, if he retracts his divorce, she's gonna stay. I have no faith in her to not
Same.
not stay.
She's gonna stay.
She's gonna, if he stays, she's staying.
And as a matter of fact, I feel like you didn't see it, but how she criticized Zari's husband.
Yes,
I feel like she was projecting
Mhm.
as well. Like, and Zari, she clocked her good after that. Like at the wedding, for those who did not see, Annie made a comment like, "Ooh, he's so young," but she made the comment when Zari's children, five children, were sitting
in front of her,
so they probably heard.
Mhm.
And then later on at a dinner, Zari like told her like, what about my husband? Like, why did you make a comment about my family in front of my family?
Mhm.
You don't do that. Annie is always talking about how, oh, I love my family, protect my family. She's showing herself as like that wife, that mom that wants to keep her house in order, but then turns around and looks at the other marriage and criticizes it
in front of the family. Yeah,
in front of the family. And then Zari, she made a comment. She says, "Your husband is busy having children all around Africa. He fucks 20 years old, having children with with 20 years old. You live," and she said, "You live your business unattended while looking at other people's businesses." And this is true, but I feel like doing that is her scapegoat to make herself
feel better
about her marriage.
Look, misery loves company.
Yeah.
And I feel like Annie has tried to bring people down a lot to not feel like she's alone. I think like she tried to bring down the mood a lot, because to me, from what I've seen, a lot of the mood being down is a lot because of her.
Yes, and she's a hypocrite. She criticized Annie's wedding and her husband just to get up and do like a speech. The audacity to do that! Like, what is wrong with you? To the same mouth,
like
you
from in the same
space time.
Yes,
like,
the same day, same hour, in the same hour. Like you went and was like, this is not a good wedding. Nah. I don't know what
her husband is so young.
I don't remember what she said, but it's like you were against everything that this wedding was about, and then in the same breath, you're gonna go on stage and be like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy for you."
Almost cry. Okay, damn near crying like for her. Please, Annie, she gets on my nerves.
Yeah. Well,
but Nadia as well. Like, honestly, I'm glad that the cast is starting to like. And I don't wish that her like it don't makes me happy that the people are turning around, but it just shows like people are starting to see that Annie, like, you're the problem. At the beginning, a lot of people were like, "Oh, she's going through this," but now.
But the thing
enough is enough.
Because you might be going through things, but it doesn't mean that you can just treat people bad because you're going through something.
Yeah.
We're all going through things.
Yeah. Everybody is.
Like, your relationship might be bad, but don't take it out on this.
Exactly.
And that's the last thing I'll say on this.
But speaking of Kefilwe, to me, she is in the same basket as Annie, except that she knows how to dress, she knows how to lay a wig, and she knows how to speak better than Annie. But to me, they are the same thing.
Mhm.
Especially that opinions was sealed to me the moment Kefi took that drink to throw it at Zari.
Mhm.
That was
And I love how
terrible.
Zari Zari was like, you might throw it. Don't get
She
excited
was
with me.
unguarded.
She didn't move. And the man was like, hey.
She has a man.
He took,
Daddy, she has a
he
man.
took that drink. He was like, the splash didn't touch Zari.
But you have to give a shout out to Nadia for holding that drink for so long, sitting down. She's like, Kefi. I was like, Nadia, she's a good one.
Mhm.
She might sometimes she might go 0 to 100, but deep down, I know she's a good person. She has good intentions.
Mhm.
She's just too passionate sometimes, you know. But Kefi, she is terrible. At first, I thought like, wow, she seemed wise.
Yeah, she looked elegant. Honestly, she looked like a level a little upwards from the rest when she came in.
Yes.
But then she showed that she was the same level as everybody else.
No, Annie's level, in my opinion.
Mm.
There's like the cast, and then there's Annie to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's the one that brings trouble, sadness, and misery, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But Zari, I don't understand. Like, these two women were so insecure about Zari, and for what reason, I do not know. I do not know. And Kefi, like, I feel she's tripping a little bit because she got mad at Zari because Zari made a comment about the fact that she first that she faked a photo shoot
Mhm.
for content, and that she asked her like, why would you accept like being a second wife when you're so young, successful, and all of that.
I have never understood the second wife thing. I know that it's a culture thing because in our culture there is no second
In
wife.
Haiti, but I cannot say there's no second
No,
wife.
there's
side
no
pieces,
yeah,
but there's
no, there's
second
no
wife.
second wife. It's not something that is accepted. You have a second wife, you're trash.
Yeah.
Okay, you have we know they have a lot of second wife. Like, fam, I know a lot of Haitian men that will say that they have a wife here, and then I'm looking at you and I'm like, you have a wife over there too. Don't play with me. I know that. So like, that's something I'm looking at you sideways if you're Asian. I'm just like,
Whew, Jesus.
Especially if you're an Asian older man.
Anyways, all of that because it's true. I don't understand why Kefi would like just accept being the second wife, unless like I know in some cultures in Africa, some women don't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
Your parents give you as a second wife. That's different. But for you to be successful, young, she is beautiful. She needs to control her temper.
And being like, I wanted to try something else, and then you chose to be second?
Yeah, like how about like you find a good businessman?
No, because I'm still not over. I wanted to try something else and then choosing to be the second. Not you had no choice. Not you saw a good man and you were like, let me try and climb up. Let me accept the second position because it's better than nothing. You had everything and you chose second
wife.
You chose instead of being the head to be the end. I do not understand this choice.
And another comment that she made that I hated after she threw that drink at Zari is like, oh, she's talking about me with how many children that she has, with how many men, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you say that? It's that woman had 3 children in her first marriage, her 3 older children, and then she had 2 children with Diamond, and she tried to make her look like
and she was in those relationships for a long time.
It's
not like she jumped from men to men to men to men and had 5 children with 5 different men.
Like she was in a relationship with these 2 men, and you tried to make her look like a bad woman for that. Meanwhile, you're happy being the second wife. That's the thing. Like, how dare you open your mouth and talk about that? It's wild to me. That's why I'm telling you. To me, she's at Annie's insanity. in my head, like you're looking at her, but look at you.
Mm.
Look at you, please. Kefi, she can like she can go back to Instagram. She needs to stay on Instagram. I don't know. And oh, another thing that I forgot, a thing that Annie did that just blew my mind is that she called Fantana to have like a dinner with her, eat with her,
I still
to
don't
talk
understand.
shit
I still
about
don't understand.
Nadia.
I still don't
And
understand what
Swanky.
was the thought process of this. Fantana is best friends with
Nadia
and
and
Swanky.
Swanky.
So like, why would you call Fantana of all people to have a talk shit session on these people?
And that's the thing. And then I was like, I think she is used to like, I think she thought it would change Fantana's side. It would,
because it did. It worked with Keffi.
That's what I'm telling you. I think she's used to be like, you know, that woman that speaks, oh no 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 no, says whatever just to turn people against the people that she wants them to turn against. So I think that's what she thought would happen, but it backfired, which is she's dumb as hell.
Also, Keffi, did you not watch the show?
This is dumb.
Did you not watch the show before getting on something? Like, I would watch, see the characters, be like, oh, okay, so you are the one that I have to avoid if I don't want to get dragged for filth.
Anyways, that was whatever. Annie, she needs a break from life. I don't know, go on some island, go think a little bit. You need rest. Okay.
Are you done with the second one?
I am done with Young Famous and African. But it's a good reality show. I hope it's gonna be renewed. But I feel like they need to have guests that would fit in and that would bring like fun moments.
I want to see the famous part. Like, yes, I know that you're famous.
They are famous where they're from.
No, I know that you're famous, but show me why you're famous. Show me what you're doing. Why am I just looking at dinners?
Yeah, that's true. We should see, like the Kardashian did the spin-off when they talk about more than business or whatsoever. We should do the same thing.
I'm not saying everything has to do about business, but can we diversify it? Why is it every time I see you guys,
it's at an event?
It's at an event. It's at the dinner. Like, what do you do in life?
Do you think what they should do for the first season? Each episode should be dedicated to someone. So, like, let's just say the first half, we would see what you do in your country, why you're famous, and then we see your event and we see the drama that unfolds. And then this is something that I would want to see. Because
but maybe not with that cast anymore. Because not for that show. Because at that point we already know them.
We don't know what they do. We don't.
We don't know what they do. But I don't think that for that cast it would work as each episode is following somebody.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, because they've done it in other shows, but that one I would say I would prefer you're at an event, we're following you, and then there's other people doing things. So we're jumping from scene to scene, and then we're seeing them coming together at events and things like that.
Yeah, so a little bit of everybody.
Yeah, a little bit of everybody. That would work to me. But something else than just dinners.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Like, we see a little bit of everybody. One dinner, someone has an event. We see if there's drama at this event. We see how it unfolds at everybody's house as well as what you're doing. So
because we know they're not people that hang out with each other outside of the show.
It's obvious.
So
it's really obvious.
Y'all just live your life and then come for the dinner to have problems and come back and go back. This is.
But I want to see how the drama unfolds in between events.
Yes, exactly.
I want to see people talk on the phone, be like, "Have you seen this on Instagram? Have you seen Twitter and so and so?" It would be a lot of content. It would be better this way.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was it for today.
Honestly, first podcast episode. Let us know how you feel about it, how we did on the subject, what interests you, so we know where to go. Because honestly, this podcast is just about topics. We talk about anything that we feel like talking about, and yeah, we're picking topics at random, and it's gonna be in the podcast.
About them.
Yeah.
So thank you for for listening and watching for those who watches.
Yeah, and we're gonna come back. We don't have a schedule yet.
Not yet.
It's when we can, but we're gonna try and make it so we can have one podcast at least every
2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
Twice a month.
Yeah, twice a month for the beginning. We'll see for the future. So stay tuned for the next podcast, and talk to you guys then. Bye.
Bye.